I forgot. We don't need to block. Because their things enter with half the amount of counters. The Saga counters are what makes you get the abilities. So it's just a hit in. That's all we need to do. Away we go. Whew! Nice! Hey everyone, what's up? What's going on? My name is Kyle. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my video today. Today I'm actually going to be looking at a Gruul deck that I kind of whipped together just for fun as I was playing around with some new cards and just thinking about some stuff and how to put stuff together and yada yada yada. It's called Gruulish. But first I want to just a quick reminder, hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, especially if you've been watching it. And if you're brand new to MTG Arena, go check out my beginner's guide videos. They're really cool, a whole section of them. And they're just great for helping you build your collection and get to the point where I'm at in my account and all that stuff. And, you know, being able to build cool decks and stuff. So go check that out. It's really cool. Where with this deck, though? Gruul-ish. Gruul-ish because it's mostly mono green. And the only two red spells we have are both red and green. I think I was like playing around more with mono green. Haven't really been having too much luck with it. I did do that mono green video a little while ago, and that deck did turn out all right, and it did okay. Like, I can't remember how good it did in the video there, but overall the deck was okay. It was good. It wasn't just, you know, I seem to struggle with it a little bit more than I would have liked to. But this one seems to be a bit more fun and a bit more, quite a bit more aggro. I don't know why, or maybe because I got 1-drops or stuff like that. I don't know, but let's check it out. Ascendant Packleader is something I have been trying to, I haven't done a video with Ascendant Packleader in, but I've been trying to play with him a bit and just see where he fits in. And this deck I kind of wanted to, let's get some 4 mana and higher spells. So we have 4 Toskis, 3 Halana, 3 Avabruck, and how many? 2 Vorinclexes. So that's, let's see, 3, 6, 10, 12 spells that are all, I guess I could have just clicked on the stats here and looked at it, right? Yeah, 12 spells between 7 plus 5 that are all 4 mana or higher. So, and they're all permanents too, so when Ascendant Packleader enters the battlefield, if we had any of these on the battlefield when he enters automatically with a +1/+1 counter. And other than that, if we have him on the battlefield, he will get his own +1/+1 counter when they enter the battlefield, and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. That's a 1-drop, green, mono green, nice little aggro start, and first turn if you have the mana. Inscription of Abundance, one of my favorite removals in mono green. Or not mono, it's a mono green spell. You can use it in non-mono green decks, as I do all the time. But Inscription of Abundance, really versatile, lots of stuff there. We can gain X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures we control. We can put 2 counters, 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature we control, or a creature we control can fight another creature we control. Or another creature our opponent controls, sorry. And we can do any one of those for 2 mana. We can do all 5 of them for, all 3 of them for 5 mana. All right, let's get my words right. Ranger class, one of the awesomest green things going on right now, since it was printed, basically. Yeah, like the 3 levels there, you get a 2/2 wolf token when it enters the mana, so that's just 2 mana for a 2/2 wolf. Pretty cool there. 2 mana, you level it up, and now every time you attack, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature, any which one of your attack creatures you want. And for 4 mana, you get it to level 3, where you can look at the top of your library anytime, and you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Great place to sink your mana late in the game, and a good way to also help dig deeper late game when you might be stalling out a bit, and you can dig into your library a little bit with that last level. Tangled Florahedron for some ramp. It also helps with our lands. We do have 24, and you may have noticed when I was looking at the stats. 24 lands, so having those Tangled Vales as an option puts us up to 28 cards in the deck that can give us lands, so hopefully we shouldn't stall out early game. And it's also mana ramp if we play it on the creature side and our opponent doesn't fry it right away. We get it to our next turn. We can do a 4-drop on our 3rd turn, which is really freaking cool. We also have Field Trip for more ramp, getting a forest out of a basic forest out of our library and onto the battlefield tapped. So we can play a land, and the same turn we play a land, we can play this, get another forest, and then you know, that's our ramp there for the following turn. We can also learn. So this is our only learn in the deck over here, and what we got is more environmental sciences, because we do have a little bit of landfall in the deck to help with some early aggression, and so that really helps there. Also, the life gain is really cool. Containment Breach to help us take care of those pesky artifacts and enchantments that our opponent's running. Expanded Anatomy, because to give any of our creatures vigilance is really awesome, and the 2+1/+1 counters is just extra gravy. Makes it more worth 3 mana. I wouldn't want to play 3 mana just to give our creature vigilance until end of turn at sorcery speed. That would suck, but the extra 2 counters, the vigilance, I guess the extra 2 counters too. Like, this deck is kind of about that as we get into the higher mana spells there. You can already see a little bit in Ranger class. There's some +1 counter synergy going on here. Introduction to Prophecy, again, if we stall out late game or any point during the game, we can get this out of our sideboard. And for 3 mana, scry 2 and draw a card to get ourselves going here. 2 Mascot, Exhibitions, a 2/1 flyer, a 3/2 land, and a 4/4 land creature, all for 7 mana is pretty good value. Having 2 of them in your sideboard, especially in a deck like this where we do have a decent amount of ramp between our Tangled Florahedron and Field Trip, we're hitting our land drops pretty consistently. And we occasionally, when our Florahedron does survive, and even when we play the Field Trip, like I said, getting that extra forest, if we've got the lands that we're still dropping every turn, that does put us up in mana pretty quickly. So with our ramp and everything, you know, Mascot Exhibition it's kind of surprising how early in the game I'll go grab it, because I'm like, I'm actually almost there. It'll be like another turn, maybe 2, and I'll be casting it and getting all those creatures, which is pretty sick. We also have Brushfire Elemental. That is the landfall synergy that I mentioned earlier. Help us with some early aggression. Can't be blocked by chump blockers, anything with power 2 or less. So it does have a pretty good evasion there. It also gets pumped up by +2/+2 until end of turn whenever land enters the battlefield under our control. So that's what helps with our consistent land drops with the modal double face here, as well as getting extra lands with Field Trip. And then Environmental Sciences, kind of like an old or new version of Cultivate with a few extra steps and a couple extra points of life. But that really helps out. Late game, we can pump it up with all our +1/+1 counter stuff, which is all up here except for Toski, but and our Ranger class. Because of that evasion, it can become very powerful late game, especially with an opponent who relies on chump blockers, which is, you know, spoilers. Where was I? Toski, yes. We all know this guy. 4 mana, 1/1, can't be countered, indestructible. He attacks each combat of Fable, which kind of sucks as a 1/1, but being indestructible, at least he doesn't usually die, at least not in combat. So we don't have to worry about big creatures that our opponent might have. And whenever a creature, the best part here is whenever a creature we control deals combat damage to a player, we get to draw a card. So that's not just Toski, that's any other creature. But we do have Ranger class as a way of putting +1 counters on Toski, the Expanded Anatomy as well, and other cards like Alena, and Avabruck Caretaker. Going to Halana and Alena first because it's our second red spell in the deck. First Strike and Reach, 4 mana 2/3 with First Strike and Reach. First Reach Strike. And so yeah, 4 mana 2/3 with First Reach Strike. At the beginning of combat on our turn, we get to put X +1/+1 counters on another target creature we control, where X is Helena's power. That creature gains haste until end of turn. The haste is pretty sick. Try not to forget about that. You put that on a creature that just entered the battlefield and boom, you're attacking right away and giving it a +2/+2 boost, unless you can get counters on Halana and Alena. If you can do that, now their own ability can't put it on themselves. It's only another creature we control, so we can't put it on themselves. But we do have other ways of getting counters, like Avabruck, and also Ranger class as well. So that's pretty cool. And then Expanded Anatomy as well. So we do have a few ways of getting counters onto Halana and Alena, and that becomes very powerful because let's say we put 2 counters, 2 +1 counters on Halana and Alena. Now they're a 4/5. Yes, a 4/5 with First Reach Strike. And now they're going to be putting 4 counters, +1/+1 counters, on a creature we control and giving it haste until end of turn. So that's really powerful. Let's say we don't have a Toski, and somehow we get 2 counters on this guy, and then we play a Toski. All of a sudden, boom, it's a 5/5 attacking right away, and it's indestructible. Pretty crazy stuff. Great blocker here as well with that first reach strike. The reach does come in handy there, or can in some games. And then we got Avabruck Caretaker with Hollowhenge Huntmaster on the other side. Lots of +1/+1 counters here. Avabruck, unlike Halana just puts 2 counters at the beginning of every combat on a target creature we control. Again, another target creature we control. But that can work with Halana and Avabruck. They can, since they can't put counters on themselves, they can put counters on each other though. And this is a good way to get those 2+1 counters on Halana and Alena. But if we're nighttime and we have her, everybody gets +1/+1 counters at the beginning of our upkeep, or combat, beginning of our combat on our turn. Everybody gets +1/+1 counters, including Hollowhenge Huntmaster. And everybody gets hexproof as well, all permanents, including our lands. Everything has hexproof for us. Whereas Avabruck Caretaker just has hexproof herself, which is pretty freaking sweet, because she's awesome. And hexproof protects her, so awesome. Vorinclex doesn't really do +1/+1 counters, but amplifies all our +1/+1 counters. And he's got trample and haste already, so even if we don't have Halana, we're not putting those counters on him, or we're putting counters in a different way from Avabruck or Hollowhenge. Hollowhenge Huntmaster. Couldn't remember the name there. So yeah, if we're doing counters that way, that doesn't give haste, but that's okay. Vorinclex already has it. Haste, trample. The trample's really nice too. Again, chump blockers are a pain in the arse. So trample gets right through that. Amplifies all the +1 counters that go around, so we're getting double. Shuts down our opponents mostly. They can't play sagas. They do nothing because they can't get any counters. If our opponents are getting counters cut in half, rounded down. So if it's 1 counter, it ends up being 0 counters. So their sagas do nothing. Pretty cool stuff. Really lots of fun. I think I'm done talking about this deck. I'm kind of almost feel like my voice is going away. But anyways, let's get to some gameplay and check it out. Best. I wish I had like maybe some ramp instead of one of these lands to get to Halana a little faster, but Halana, whatever. Otherwise I don't like on the draw. Story of my life though, right? Always on the draw. Let's go green first. Taxidermist. Okay. Yeah, might as well. We have 2 of them. I'm wondering if they're going to already ramp into 4-drop. That's bad. We didn't hit any of our ramp. It's a good one, too.
You will not delay Zendika's convalescence. The swamp, come to my aid.
Yeah, one of them will be enough to kill Nissa. So yeah, we can actually go both Brushfires, Evolving Wild. That was a really good draw, that Evolving Wilds. Crack it right away, because why not? Doesn't really matter what color, so we just grab green real quick. 1 here, 1 to the dome. No more of that Nissa stuff. And then they just play another one. No problem. Okay. What is that thing called again? Death Bonnet. Mill a card if there's 3 more creature cards in your graveyard. After they do the mill. Can't block my guys. Although this guy's gonna kill one of our Brushfires next turn. We have 2 Halanas. What is it? X is the number of lands. They definitely have enough to do it. That really sucks. We can get some counters on these guys first, though. And then for the next Halana, maybe we can hold up Inscription, maybe? do have their health total quite low, which is really nice. How many is this looking for to transform if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard? And that's at the beginning of the upkeep after they do that mill thing. There's only 1 in there so far. Look at this. Look at our Gruul battlefield. Every single creature is multicolored red and green. That is a Gruul battlefield if I've ever seen one. We got land drops coming up. Halana's going to keep pumping up the field and the crew. They can either take down one of our attackers with the priest, or they can take down Halana and Alena. Just all as one. Alena. And then, yeah. They go for the Brushfire. Interesting. In a way, kind of annoying for us. I was almost hoping they would go for... Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, they didn't have enough mana to get both. But they do get both Brushfires. That is decent. Do we just throw some counters on? I think we should get like a double threat going. Maybe we... Oh no, well, that's too late now. Shoot. Alright. We can hold that up as a fight spell. Oh no, I should have used it already as a fight spell. That was lethal fight set. Yep. Damn it. Shit. Okay. But I was thinking to put counters on Alena here, and then instead of putting 2 counters, because it's equal to their toughness, instead of putting 2 counters on our pack leader, it was going to put 4 instead, because we'd have 2 counters on it. But could have had lethal if we did a fight spell. Mill 3 card. No, I guess we would have been 1 shy. They would have gained a life. Whenever a creature you control... No, our creature would have had to die. Never mind. Well, that looks pretty awesome anyways. Hello. Yeah. I think we had it with the fight spell, but Vorinclex was just a little... It's a little too tempting. Let's just... On to the next. A little bit of a ramp. Unfortunate it's not 2 mana ramp, but I like to learn with Field Trip. And getting to 3 is usually not too difficult. I like the combo of Ranger class and Pack Leader. Hopefully opponent isn't just loaded with removal. That would be super annoying. And really annoying. Super double. Super double ultra annoying. That's what I was trying to say. Was not hoping for a Field Trip there. Okay, they get their own pack leader, a little different than our pack leader. Question is, do they want to trade? Do we want to go for a Field Trip? Say we grab a red source with this. Just we don't have any yet. We don't have any red yet, but it doesn't really matter. We got green coming up. More of it. Level this up. And then I guess we can offer a trade with our... I was thinking to trade with our pack leader, but no. Let's offer a trade with our wolf for their pack leader. Just our regular wolf token. What was I thinking? Pack leader. That's silly. The heck does this do? Until end of turn. Ooh, +2/+2 until end of turn. Cast their second spell each turn. They get wolf tokens. That's super annoying. And that was a pretty big hit. Ooh, okay. Unless they give it trample, they can't get through Toski. And we definitely got some attackers this time. So if we do something like that again, I'm gonna go with counters on the wolf token. I just wanted to get our pack leader up a little notch. So that was helpful. We do have a blocker. They do have the mana to give their... Okay, they go that way instead. I think, yeah, they can't go trample. That's bad. I don't like it. But they still can't go trample. They're getting the big crew here, which sucks. They have one blocker. Oh my. Well, we don't have the mana for it, so... Do we want to ramp? I say we go this way. We got their health total on the ropes, so let's go this way. Just get some nasty stuff going. Let's go Toski just to make Toski nice and threatening on the field. Either way, we draw a card when damage gets through, and they would have just blocked the most damage. That's nice. And they go that way? Okay, they're keeping both. That's super nice. Do we have 6 now? We have 6. I think we just go Vorinclex. It's daytime right now. I think Vorinclex is going to pack the biggest punch right now. We put Alena counters on the Vorinclex. Tack in, not these two, just in case. And they call good game, so we'll just say GG. I think that's a huge amount of trample there. Wow, okay. Whew. Gruul is back. And not just wolves either, like Gruul. Oh, look at that. What are we? Tier 2. How about that? Not that it's much Gruul. Yeah, we're just mostly green with a little bit of red. That sucks. I think the hand was just too much garbage. We kind of have to keep this one. I really don't want to throw a land back, but I don't want to throw Avabruck, but I think we have to. Just to make sure we have enough to get to Toski then. Just because it's too much mana. Ugh. Anyways. Ugh. Now I wish I threw back Toski. We have untapped green right here. Do we offer a trade? Maybe next turn when we have Toski down and we stand to get card draw out of the damage as well. Maybe something like that. Or they kill our ramp and they offer a trade. Since I was considering it anyways. So we don't have Toski online this time, this turn. So let's get a wolf going. There's a wolf token. Ranger classes out there. When we do get Toski and start attacking, we can build it up. No point attacking with wolf. That sucks. Adeline really sucks. Oh boy, we need something. They're just getting all their stuff and all the pieces they need and want. These are really bad. What the heck do you have? For 2 mana? Okay, so they're sacking the tokens. Getting some card draw. Doing some damage to themselves. I get it. That's actually pretty good. I wish I could turn on Ranger class and play this and do both of that stuff. Fortunately, let's go this way. 2 counters. Let's put it on the wolf. That way, if they block, they lose their Adeline. So they just block the Toski, which I okay with, because there's no way we were getting both creatures around there. Unfortunately, if they attack in, we really have no good blocks. Maybe we can race them if they don't have life gain. That's really bad. Now we can't race them. They've just been getting a perfect combination of all their removal and everything, and I wish I could see at least some of my removal. Just a little bit, please. Alright, now what? All out attack? They have lethal next turn. If we don't have lethal this turn. We have to attack with Toski. We have to have at least one blocker. So maybe we go with Vorinclex and Toski and keep Wolf back, and maybe we can survive another turn and get him next turn. As long as they don't have all the perfect answers, which they seem to always have had. So let's try it. Okay, so they try to avoid. They also get a learn out of that too. Ooh, which is also probably removal. Let's see what they get. We got them at 5. And they do get removal, Necrotic Fumes. That is so shitty. So we got Avabruck next turn. So they offer up their Adeline, which was an easy no-brainer to us. They do have the mana for Necrotic Fumes, so they do take down Vorinclex, because they need to get rid of that trampling stuff. We can't do both Avabruck and level up. I'd like to do both, but Avabruck it is. Hexproof, man. Holy, look at all the red we got and not a lot of green. I'm glad we actually haven't experienced any problems with that green in this game so far. Fortunately, we have to attack. They have a perfectly good block there. True to Sharks. They got 2 cards in hand, which I'm really worried about. Oh yeah, there's a good reason to be worried about.
I will show you what happens when a gift in exchange for loyalty.
And I don't got any more trample, do I? That doesn't do much. So we can play this kicked and level this up, but unfortunately without trample it won't be enough. Yeah, that Vorinclex was just so good for us. We have to just keep going for their face. Try and get them that way.
which I will call the weak.
Okay. So I was thinking of holding this. I was about to explain that just to see what they do here, and we can fight at instant speed and all that stuff and gain life. Maybe we do that now to prevent damage. I was hoping to wait till their end step so they didn't have enough counters to get more spiders, because that's going to be bad. How much are they coming as? 4? Yeah, no, we have to do something. That shit. So what do we do? Let's get rid of the spider token, because I don't want Edgar dying and getting that coffin. That's going to do crazy stuff. We did gain a bunch of life. Unfortunately, they can just get more spiders. They have 2 probably super scary cards in hand. And we've got a dead one in hand. So they get their coffin anyways. And their spiders, and they just have it all. We need trample. We need the freaking trample. We got trample in this deck. Right?
My power is for annihilation.
Oh, that's bad. We need to trample. We got trample somewhere, don't we? That's interesting. Should have waited till after I got my lands for that one. Although, they can block it. Son of a biscuit. You can block it with Edgar. That is really, really crappy. And we have to attack with Toski. It's going to get more Lolth counters. I wish I had enough to get them. You know what we will? We have a ranger class thing. It would be a trade, and then they're going to have to lose one of their tokens, or one of their coffins. They do take a trade. It was the only one that was not actually lethal, but it was a pretty good card because it can get around all of their blockers except Edgar. Unfortunately. And they're still going to have 3 blockers. One's got lifelink.
Do what I demand.
Another Toski on the deck. Ugh. We just need more stuff to get around them. Play a Toski? I don't know. Toski has to attack, so now they're just going to start gaining life. Oh, this is so shitty. Like, why are we not getting why are we not getting creatures? This is really annoying. Like, all we need is a couple more creatures and they'd be dead, and we just keep whiffing. Like or getting Toski. Oh my god. The only freaking legendary we have 4 copies of. Halana, something. Like, do we have anything in the deck other than Toski? Brushfire helped a bit. Like, we have to attack with, I guess, both. We got to keep their creatures down a bit. Guess we'll put it on Toski. It's so annoying. I can't believe we shuffled with Field Trip. We had another Field of Ruin on top. We shuffled, get a Toski on top. It's like, wow. Holy crap. Can you literally put every useless card on top of our deck right now? Do I have a way of giving? I don't think I have a way of giving trample in this deck. I do have trample things. Nothing that gives it. Something I kind of, I guess, forgot about. Usually I incorporate it some way. Oh, and there's a toss game. Yeah. Easy there. Let's just do it. Do scoop. Well, I guess I would have attacked with both to keep the pressure on. They would have gained another life. Still had Clarion. I guess they were stalled out as bad as I was just complaining. Like, I'm a little confused why they just scooped here. I'm just like, oh my god, they had like, they could have went on forever. This is like a control deck, by the looks of it. Until they could have found awesome stuff, and they could have like, oh man. Okay, well, I'll take it. Ramp into, if we draw a red source, we can get Halana, and then it's all just, yeah. That's unfortunate. That looks better. I think I'll keep Avabruck out of the 2/6 drops at the same mana cost, so go that way. And hopefully we get a land next turn, so we can play our 2-drop on our second turn. Would be ideal. Untap land, please. Untap specifically. Son of a bomb. What does this thing do? Could you control my indestructible? No point attacking, I guess. Better not get totally screwed on lands now. That'd be super duper frustrating. Especially because of that, and our 2-drop is not a creature. Yep, here comes every 6-drop we have in the deck now. Are you ready? And we can't cast our 2-drop. How perfect is that? How absolute perfect timing is that? From my land screwage to their Thalia. Oh. They clearly are a better Magic player than I. They clearly built a better deck than mine, right? Clearly. Thank you, Arena. That was amazing. What a great game you provided for us today. All right, let's see if we can get a bit of a chance this time. We go first, which is nice. We got our 1-drop on our first turn, which is also nice. Unfortunately, we do not have our 2-drop on our second turn, unless we get an untapped land. But I still say we keep it. It is keepable. We could hold off on Packleader, go tapped Florahedron, like tapped Vale into Hydra second turn. Ranger class, untapped Vale then. Maybe we go that way instead. Because Lair of Hydra is still untapped on our second turn. Well, I guess it didn't matter anyways. Stick to the plan. Because I altered my plan just because of that anyways. So we could have went Hydra first turn, Packleader, then Forest into Ranger class. Although we wouldn't be attacking our Packleader into an iTwitch anyways. A Jadar we might. That'd be worth a trade. Well, they're definitely just going to chump block with their Twitch. Might as well just get that out of the way with now, I suppose. I see. We still have some ramp. Hopefully we got a lot of awesome stuff in the deck that we could draw. That'd be really great next turn. Halana and Alena would be really powerful. And what else? Toski would be pretty sick. Oh man, there's so much good stuff. They'd all pump them up so that their pest token can block, but not kill it. Wow. Three, four, five. We can't. Four. Actually, no. If we do field trip this turn, we will have enough next turn for Vorinclex. Might need to gain life. Or do we get mascots? We probably have removal for Vorinclex. Let's get some mascots. Well, they'll just chump block with the pest token. So I guess we just don't attack. Seems boring. Meh. So sacrifice a creature. They have to pay a mana to do that as well. Discards 2 cards. And they get a decay thing. That really, really sucks. Need 6 on the field for Vorinclex. I guess we gotta do mascots and Florahedron. Oh, I guess we hit resolve. That stupid frickin' thing there. Hey, I'm clicking them. Let's go. Sorry, dude. Rebecca. Sorry. I guess maybe you're not a dude. I mean, I guess they could be. I mean, it's just whatever name they put on their computer, so. Oh, I could have blocked. Whoops, that was dumb. Oh, well. I don't know. I was just clicking away, not even thinking. Ay. That'd be nice to be able to play this turn, but we gotta play the aggressive Vorinclex. This time we go in with everybody. Go for damage. Wait a minute. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value... whenever you cast it. Okay. I thought it was whenever permanent with mana. Yeah, okay. Never mind. So I'm like, shouldn't Vorinclex have entered, then triggered, then he got 2 tokens because of Vorinclex's ability to double our counters? Attack counters, I mean, not tokens. But no. Hey. They're getting tapped skeleton tokens this turn. So we can still go pretty aggro here. Let's see what we get. Let's hit that up. Now we can't play that, unfortunately, but yeah, whatever. We'll attack with everybody. What is that? 6, 12. Oh, we're totally getting 2 more counters, which is not actually enough. That sucks. We're 1 shy. Ugh. We couldn't have even waken that up because X can't be 0. But their skeleton tokens are not going to do enough damage. That really sucks, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We just have too many attackers. And they cannot attack with their skeletons. Still have 2 blockers. What did they... Oh, because of Vorinclex. Oh my god, they don't even get any... Oh my god, yeah, right. I forgot. We don't need to block. Because their things enter with half the amount of counters. The Saga counters are what makes you get the abilities. So it's just a hit in. That's all we need to do. Away we go. Whew! Nice! Same kind of stuff as that last deck that we lost to, although we just got so screwed on mana. That was not cool. right? Or no? Oh no, we won to that. Yeah, no, that was a long game, and we did won that. And they scooped apparently. That's the game I was thinking of. Not the Mana Screwed game. But yeah, worked out. Let's go. Okay, there we go. Those were the games. I'm not sure what to say. There was the one game where we really struggled against that the deck with Lolth and the Spiders. I don't know why they scooped in the end. That was pretty much exactly what they wanted. So other than that and the one other game, that was totally the Shuffler's fault. Like, seriously. Other than those two games, I think everything went pretty well. I'm not sure what all of those games I will include. I might even cut out the one because it was such a short game. I got 2 lands, nothing happened. I may even just not include that in the video. Really short, not cool. I don't know, maybe I will. We'll see how long it all is. But the point is, what do you all think of the deck? I think it's fun. Any adjustments you would like to you would make to it? I was thinking maybe Wild Shape for some protection when we don't have Avabruck flipped. Actually, it's Hollow Hinge that gives everybody hexproof. So yeah, we might even want to do the Wild Shape for that. Oh, but the main thing was Trample. The only problem is I don't know what to take out. Like, what do we take out for, like, maybe 2 copies? You know what? If we only go 2 copies, it shouldn't be too hard. Maybe we drop a Toski. 1 Toski and... Field Trip, I guess. A Toski and a Field Trip. And then we go 2 Wild Shapes. That's what I was maybe thinking. Let me know what you all think about that. How do you... Yeah. Because I think we should get at least a pair of Wild Shapes in here just to help with that Trample. We do have Vorinclex, but... You know, it wasn't until that one game that I really realized we have no other way of Trample. We have the Brushfire, which has evasion from chump blockers. It was just really unfortunate that they had Edgar, and then it's like, in order to get rid of Edgar, we had to trade with Brushfire, and then we didn't have Brushfire anymore after that, and it was like, oh, you know, we weren't drawing, yeah, so any of our great cards. It was like lands and stuff, so we couldn't really just kill their Edgar, get him out of our way, and then attack with Brushfire, so... It was really close. I mean, I guess Brushfire could almost handle it in that situation, those situations. But, you know, if we had drawn a single Wild Shape in that situation, too, it would have just been game over. Attack in, wait for them to declare blockers. They obviously would have chump blocked. They were at, like, 4 or 5 health there. So, yeah. But anyways, let me know what you would trade for the Wild Shapes. Let me know what you think of the deck. Do you think there's not enough red spells to call it Gruul? Let me know. Comment. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Patreon and TCG Player and all that stuff down in the video description. And I will see you all in the next video. Hope you all have a great day. Cheers.